This homework is going to discuss different things to do with designing a presentation. While I realize many of you have already designed presentations, we're going to go into some of the ways you fine-tune your presentation and how you can look in doing what you're doing. So we're going to start off on the Home tab, and I've made a presentation about, let's look at the second slide. Now if you look, the first thing I want to go over is themes. This is going to be found in your Design tab. So you find themes in the Design tab. All these over here are your themes. There are several different themes. PowerPoint does a live view, which means as you mouse over, it will change and show you how your presentation looks with each theme. So as you go over, you can see what the different themes do. You have a wide variety of themes to choose from. Pick a theme. Realize as you notice, I've already created this presentation. Mousing over, I can change my theme just by choosing a different theme up here, and it changes my entire presentation over here. So if you are working and you find the presentation theme doesn't work for you, you can always go in and change it. Okay. Now, when you change the theme, once you've changed the theme, you have right next to it variants. Variants are different color schemes that have been put together that allow you to choose a different color using the same theme. It will change how it looks. If you click the down arrow by variants, it'll give you colors, and you can choose and customize your theme a little bit more. Click here if you notice there's a customized color. It will bring up and give you a chance to name. So you can change accent colors. You can change background colors. Notice how it changed my arrows and everything else. You also can choose fonts. So let's say you found coloring you like, but you don't like the fonts in it. There are different font themes that already exist that you may change your font to. Again, remember, PowerPoint has live preview, which means when you mouse over, it'll show you what it looks like. You may also customize fonts, which means you can choose which kind of font you want to use, and you can give it a name. Once you save it, if you don't like what you've changed it to, just pick another font and change it back. Background styles. These are different styles available within the variant. Okay, variants will allow you to change the colors. Then background styles. And you have a format background as well. Okay. Inserting a date, footer, slide number. You're going to go to the Insert tab. You will notice there's header and footer, date and time, slide number. We're going to do header and footer first. Now if you look, you have slides and you have notes and handouts. We're going to work in slides. We can tell it to put the date and time in. You have an update automatically, which means the date, it'll update each day. Or you can fix, you can put a set date on it. You can tell it you want to put the slide number in. You can put in a cute little footer and say, you may tell it not to show on the title slide, or you may choose to. So we're going to apply. Notice how it's put in a number, it's put in my footer, it's put in a date. The next slide doesn't have it. Neither does the previous slide, because we told it to apply, but we did not tell it to apply to all. If we go back here and tell it apply to all, then you notice. Now notice there's nothing on the title slide, because when we did header and footer, we said don't show on the title slide. The other thing I want you to know is that as you change your themes, the location of the number and what you're looking at may change. Okay? Here it's putting it on the side here. The other thing is, if you go to date and time, it brings you up to the same box. That header and footer. Slide number brings you to the same box. So all three boxes bring you to the same place. You can also do notes and handout. This would appear on printouts. Next slide, hyperlinking. If you notice, you may hyperlink. So you can hyperlink several different ways. Here's your hyperlink box. These are yours, existing file or web page. So you can type this in, and if you wanted to bring it to another file, you can browse and go to another file and hyperlink to that. You can go to a place in this document. Notice how these are my different slide titles. I can hyperlink to a different place in my document. I can create a new document and hyperlink to that. If I want to have a live email address, I can type in the email address and hyperlink to that. Now you can hyperlink to many things. You can hyperlink to a word. You would highlight what you want to hyperlink to and put in the web page. If you're going to a web page you want to go to. Notice, once I hyperlink, it changes the way it looks and it underlines it. It'll do the same thing if I hyperlink to a document. Notice how it's going to a document. We hyperlink to a place in this document. Email address. You get the idea. There is also something under shapes, or you have action, called action buttons. It's at the very bottom. If you put in an action button, you click it, you draw it, it'll automatically bring up a hyperlink, and then you can tell it where you want it to hyperlink to. URL is a web page. Anything can be hyperlinked. If you want to put in a picture, for example, we want to put in a picture. We can take Bob and we can hyperlink Bob. Now you can also right click to hyperlink. We're going to do that. And we're going to hyperlink that Bob to. Now, working with sections. Our document isn't that big, but to work with sections, it divides a group of slides by whatever you decide you want it to be. Sections will move together. So we're going to just create a new section. We are on the Home tab. This section. We're going to add a section. Notice how in this column it appeared a section. Now, untitled is going to be the default. You may go into here and rename it. This section is going to be slides 2 and 3. I'm going to create a new section. We're going to rename it. You can right click to rename to. This is going to be section 4 and 5. If you do this, it allows you to collapse and hide slides in that. So notice how the slides are hidden now and we don't see them on the side. So you can work in one section. The other thing it allows you to do, in the little 2 after it tells you how many slides, I can take this section and I can move it. So now my 6 and 7 are 2 and 3. And it moves both of them at the same time when you move a section. So you can drag the section, click the section. Oops. You can click the section and just drag it to where you want to be. So if you're doing a specific topic and you have 2 or 3 slides on it, then you might want to put those slides in a section, and then you might decide in your presentation you want it to come later or earlier. That would be the most useful. Now we're going to put all our slides back where they were. Oops. You know this already, or you know some of this. How to start a slideshow. First way is you can go to slideshow and do from the beginning or from current slide. At the bottom of the screen down here, you have a thing that says slideshow. You may also click that and that will start your slideshow wherever you're at. The other thing I want to point out is you have your notes where you can click so you can add your notes. The final way is, if you notice on your keyboard you have function keys on the top row, the F5 key, when you press it, starts your PowerPoint presentation from the beginning. So those are 3 ways you can start it. Remember, your homework is due Friday, and our next topic we're going to go over how to work with SlideMaster.